Hey, everybody, welcome to the Ronline Report. If you paid attention last weekend, you saw there was a tremendous upset at the 2023 California Pro out in Anaheim, California. This man right here, Ross Flanigan,
The sauce.
proved the sauce bot, Ross the sauce boss. It proved doesn't matter if you have a big name, 12 billion followers on Instagram, what you did at your last show. All that matters is what shows up that day on the stage. And here, let's talk to him about it today. Please welcome Ross the Sauce Boss Flanigan.
Thank you,
Ross.
guys. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Ron, for having me.
Yeah. You know what? I have to give Jose Raymond credit. We did a preview of the Cali Pro last week. And I brought you up because I thought, I've seen the pictures. I said he's probably gonna be first call out guy for sure. And Jose's like, don't sleep on him. Ross could really surprise people, and it sort of just didn't register with me. But then I'm watching the pay-per-view Saturday, and I'm like, oh my God. This guy, he didn't come out of nowhere because I saw you last year at the Indy Pro, but
Disaster.
yeah, we'll call this your pro, just like Stu Sutherland. I called New York Pro his pro debut
Yeah,
because Tampa was just like a blip. This was to me your pro debut, and you smashed it.
I
Yeah,
did, man.
first of all, going into the show, you didn't have a lot of hype. You didn't have people. You didn't have that pressure of people expecting you to win. The other time, sometimes people like to be talked about as a favorite. What was your mental process? Were you glad that you weren't a favorite, or
Well, I actually I have a big circle of followers and supporters and fans that are like not real known in the bodybuilding space. They know me more from Flavour Gang, um, and they've been following me for a long time. They're very loyal, and they saw what happened in Indy last year, which we can talk about that. It was a complete disaster. So they were expecting me to really, quote unquote, the phrase of this prep was land the plane. So I actually did have quite a bit of pressure, and it was something that I had to deal with my coach a lot. He had to relax me a lot because we were ready, but I had so much internal built up pressure because I didn't want to like fuck up again. Like I didn't want to ruin another show for something so stupid. So all I wanted to do was focus on landing the plane, literally landing the plane. And we landed the plane and then then won the show.
yeah, amazing. And, it's because I thought it was going to be a rematch between Tonio and Stu, like we saw. And then I heard Sergio was in it, like, well, game over, Sergio. But in the back of my head, I'm thinking Sergio's coming from Dubai.
It's a
He
long
got there
flight.
at the last minute. It's not an ideal situation, and I don't know what he's going to look like. And sure enough, I believe the travel and the last minute thing really took a toll on him. But you know what? It doesn't matter. You brought it. I mean, Tonio faded a little bit from the week before, but I don't think even if he had looked the same as New York, I don't think the outcome would have been different. You were a much bigger guy. Just curious, what'd you weigh at the show?
This is what's freaking crazy, Ron.
Hmm.
Last year at Indy, I was 233. That was like my lowest weigh-in, and
Hmm.
I was small. I weigh the exact same weight,
Hmm.
but I look 15 pounds bigger.
Yes.
So for anyone of you guys watching that are focused on the scale, and I was funny, hopefully he doesn't get mad. I was talking with Justin Shire today about the same thing.
Hmm.
And he goes, dude, what do you weigh? You look like you're 250. And I go, bro, I didn't gain any pound on stage. Literally
Wow.
233 was the same weight, but I look like I ate myself. And he goes, oh my God, thank God, because that's what's happening to me.
Yeah.
Justin looks like he's 260 pounds. And he said
Yeah.
he's barely in the 230s or whatever. Forgot what he said. But so for anyone watching, it's about quality.
Yeah, that's great. I just saw Justin's update on Instagram today with the front double bicep shot. How tall is he? Because I would have guessed
I think
250.
he's 5'9" or
Okay,
maybe
yeah,
5'10",
I
but
said I would have guessed 250 based on that picture. Sure.
yeah.
Um, we'll talk about engineering, but I want to get a little background. How did you become a bodybuilder? What got you into this sport?
So I was always, into lifting. Actually, after my brother, he had like, how everything's bigger when you're small. He had like these huge biceps, and I was just obsessed with them. And had got my first barbell when I was like in elementary school, and then got into football. Played college football. Was a really successful college football player, and then I needed that competitive nature after graduating, and kind of fell into bodybuilding just randomly, and started, practicing bodybuilding my senior year of college. I was like 2021, and then didn't compete till I was 25, and actually did the Sean Ray Classic in Maryland, and he was actually at Cal Pro,
That's
and
right. Yeah.
I won that show, the whole thing, my first show. So that was cool to see Sean at my first pro win, and
Full
the
circle.
full circle. Yeah.
So yeah, I've talked to it. It's a very, very common theme. I could rattle off like 20 guys who are high school, college football players, and then you're an athlete, you're that competitive by nature type of guy. You need something, but usually there's something, uh, a video you saw, a magazine cover,
Yes. Yes.
something. What was it?
Yes.
What
It's
was it?
gonna be weird. It was a YouTube video, and I think it was of Arnold
Hmm.
Schwarzenegger,
Yep.
and I think he was on a mountain
Mm,
posing by himself.
yeah.
And I remember watching that. I was like, he is alone. No one is around him, and it's just him and his masterpiece. He did it all himself. And I think that the part of bodybuilding that intrigues me the most is that at the end of the day, it's only you. Like, you're doing the cardio, you're doing the diet, you're doing the PEDs, you're doing the prepping, you're doing the lifting. Yeah, you have a coach and support system and maybe meal prep and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, it's all about you, and you're alone. You're alone on stage.
Yeah.
And I kind of like being isolated a little bit. So I felt like that was
So
perfect.
when did you know when did you know that you had a little bit something extra? You were a little bit better than the average guy in the gym. You had a physical potential to be a really good bodybuilder. At what point did that occur to you?
Yeah. I was this is going to sound exaggerated, but it's not. I remember being in 8th grade, and I had a trainer, and we did, I think it was like 10 reps of 1,000 pounds on leg press.
Wow.
Obviously, it's not actually 1,000 pounds, but
Yeah, still.
still, yeah. And
Eighth grade.
yeah, 8th grade. I had the biggest legs, every school, and I still have really big legs. And that was the moment I was like, I love this.
Mm. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned the legs because I was more impressed. Good quads, they're not common, but you see a lot of good quads. You don't see a lot of people turn to the side and you're like, wow, the
Mhm.
ham just drops and the quad just bows out. And your side leg shots were, yeah,
Yeah,
it's a whole other level.
they were
I,
nasty.
they, I didn't see anyone in the show that came close to that. And the back, I think you also really pulled ahead of everybody on the back shots. That rear double bicep is like a knockout pose for you now.
I've got some maybe bad news for you, or
Oh,
good news. Those back shots are going to be improved. We
that's good
changing
news.
posing. We just did with my posing coach Joey Belt, and they're even
Joey, yeah.
crazier.
Wow. Okay. No, that's good news. I like to see everybody get better. I want everybody at their best on one stage. Like, that's the ideal. Yeah. So let's talk about Indy last year. So you turned pro, the year of the pandemic, it looks like 2020.
Yep,
Yeah.
second place to Jonathan Withers.
Okay. Yeah. So another guy with monstrous legs. So you waited until, first of all, obviously, was it because of the pandemic that you waited as long as you did to compete, or did you feel like you needed that much time to improve to where you wanted to improve?
Yeah, coach Dom, and I just thought we needed a little bit more time to grow. But I think we had a little bit too much of an off season, and got a little too fat, and it made the prep for Indy like 30 weeks. I remember prepping before Christmas for Indy in the
May show, right?
yeah,
April,
May
May.
show.
Yeah. What was your off season highest at that point?
Maybe like 265.
Okay. To be
But
230 grand
but
season, son.
after the Indy show, actually, I had these crazy transformation pics. 265 fat at the peak of my off season, but then the rebound from Indy, I had striated glutes at 263.
So if you're striated glutes at 263, are you losing muscle to compete? Because it sounds like you could be even bigger and fuller if that's the case.
Yeah, I think I can definitely be. I don't know if I lost any muscle size,
Mm,
But I'm gonna be a lot fuller and bigger for Toronto for sure.
cool. I'm glad you're doing that. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about Indy because I know I remember reading your posts and I don't remember exactly what happened, but you were very, very disappointed because things had been going really well up until like the very end. It was something at the last minute. What exactly happened?
Yeah, so we were ready. Like I had shredded glutes 5 weeks out, coasting in. We didn't have to manipulate water. We didn't have to do any diuretics. All we were gonna do, and I actually the ironic part about this is we have a video of doing this. Me and Dom toasting to such a successful pro debut. So we take a shot of vodka, and for some reason, I'm inclined to take an edible and something happens with the combination of the alcohol, the edible, my low body fat, dehydration maybe. I lose my fucking mind. I black out. I don't sleep. My cortisol goes crazy. I have this crazy panic attack and end up gaining like 20 pounds overnight of water.
Oh
Yep.
no.
Yep. And maybe I can pull it up on my phone or on Instagram. Um, but I just go from like Skeletor face to fat overnight.
In the space of one night, man, that's
Yep.
rough.
Yep.
So I think you had a bunch of people to show with like shirts. Was there like a? Do you have a bunch of people with T-shirts, with either your name or like a
I
phrase
think
on them?
so. I think so. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I felt for you because I think I went. I always check back to people's pictures from like the week before when they bomb at a show and they say it's something less. And I'm like, oh yeah, he actually did look really good. What the hell? But yeah, but you know what? What a way to. People have short memories when you kick ass. You know,
Mhm.
when you lose a show, you suck. When you win a show, you're the best ever. So right now they've forgotten all about Indy Pro. It's all about the Cali Pro. So what was it like? Because you know, like I said, you weren't the favorite going in, but you know, I think it was very clear in the judging. Obviously, the final call out was you, Antonio. Um, you were way bigger. You were in much superior condition. You have much bigger legs. His shape, I've seen sometimes where some guys are off, and I'd say he was good 10% off from where he was in New York. But I've seen weird situations where that guy still won. So I wasn't sure what was going to happen. But when they did the confirmation round, I could see you sharpened up and full. You looked a little better at the
The
night
night
show, and
show.
he
Yeah.
he didn't look any better. I was like, well, that's it because this
Yeah.
is 50% of the score is this round here. So what was it like, man? When did you know you had it, or did you not know until they called your name out?
Dude, I don't even know. I went emotionless. Like I didn't even know what happened. Because like I said, I wasn't even allowing myself to think or make the goal of winning the show because I needed to land the plane first. So I don't know. I went absolutely berserk, like screaming my head off when I
Oh,
won. So
yeah,
that was comical.
yeah, and I mean, it's also the first Olympia qualification. So you got to be excited because now you're going to be sharing the stage with the other greatest bodybuilders in the world. I mean, it's months and months away, obviously, but dude, you have to be psyched. You have to be.
Dude, I cannot wait. That's I can't even. It hasn't even Ron. It hasn't even hit me yet. It's gonna take some time for it to hit me for sure.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. So before we get into the entrepreneurial stuff, because that's fascinating. But what were you happiest about at this show, and what would you like to improve on by the Olympia?
Happiest, like I said, I just wanted to on show up on stage with my potential. Um, I think I did that. And I we can't wait to get on Toronto stage too because there's a lot of things we can improve upon, especially with posing. That'll make me a little bigger. I want to come in a little drier and fuller in the for prejudging for Toronto. But for the Olympia, I'm going to have a massive rebound. Definitely bring up my mid back, my chest, and my triceps.
Mm.
I think that'll make me much more complete. Um, but I'm not looking to put a placing goal. I just want to be better.
Right on, man. That's all it's about. So, yeah, let's talk about it. Most people know you already from your business, or you have many businesses, but the one that we know is the Flavour Gang. I've seen. There you go, man.
Yes.
That's why they call you Ross the Sauce Boss.
Mhm.
And I think I was looking at all your stuff at the Texas Pro last August. You
Yeah.
had a cool stand there. So is this like mostly sauces and marinades for your, chicken, fish, beef kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's sauces. You can marinate them, cook with them. All prep friendly stuff. We have a bunch of. I have like in my catalog. I have about 100 sauces.
Oh,
But then we also have our signature line of hot cereals, which is like a premium cream of rice. It's called Bowl of Gains, and that's actually that's my favorite thing to eat.
full of gains.
Yeah,
I love how you spell gains with the Z. That's the right. That's how it should be spelled for bodybuilding.
I know. That's
It
right.
separates it from regular gains.
Yep.
So yeah, but take me back to how it all started because you've been in the food business for quite a while.
Yeah. So my partner and I, my wife Elena, opened up Gaines Bakery in 2017, where it was all gluten free, sugar free bakery. We expanded to cafe and dining and meal prep, all house made things, and then about 2019, 2020, we launched a sauce brand under Gaines Bakery. That took off, and then we partnered up with some of our partners and separated the sauce business into Flavour Gang in 2021, I think, last year or something, maybe I can't remember, 18 months ago or so. And then so now we have Flavour Gang. It's an international company. We also opened up Flavour Gang Canada. So
Oh,
we have that's why I'm actually going to Toronto, because we're sponsoring the Toronto Pro.
oh wow. Okay.
So that's what made me initially want to do the show. And then I'm launching in a couple weeks another company called Ultimate Eats. It's another food company, and it's starting out with extremely low calorie edible cookie dough.
Yeah.
And then we'll do some sugar free syrups and other things, and a bunch of other crazy businesses you'll see me start soon.
Yeah. You say you had about a dozen businesses. Are they all related to food or some of them completely not at all?
Yeah, so I'm a full time diet coach too. Um,
Oh,
but
that's right.
but when I do these preps, Ron, I set financial goals and business goals. I want to open up at least 3 LLCs each prep.
Wow.
So yeah,
Where most
and
people get like nothing done during prep.
I know. So I did. I'm opening up. I'm not going to give you too many details. Um, Opening up the Ultimate Eats, this company called True K Cow, and then a shoe brand called Upset.
Wow,
Uh,
shoe brand.
yeah, so lots of stuff in the works. And do I have any other stuff? Oh, a PR firm. Um, yeah,
Okay, why not?
with someone that's very, very big in the industry. What other stuff's happening? Um, I think that's it. So
Yeah.
four companies this prep.
Okay. I mean, is a typical day, are you working like 12 plus hours a day on and off and still doing all this?
Yeah, so I have my routine. I wake up anywhere from 5:30 to 6:30. I'll have do my my morning cardio, but before I do my morning cardio, I have my coffee, do my morning check-ins, do my cardio, come back, work for 2 hours, take a little power nap, eat my pre-workout meal, work, and then after my training, like this is the time I'd sit down, and I always have my tea, Ron. I'm a big tea drinker. So I sit in my chair here,
Yeah.
smoke a little medication,
Yeah, yeah.
and zone out for about from 6 to 9 ish, and just hone in on my business stuff and client work and ideas and creations, and then I wind down for the night around 10:30 ish, and it's just what I love to do. I'm in I live here by myself in Austin, and just surround myself with ideas.
Well, a lot of people in prep, you're so tired and hungry, it's like you can't focus on stuff, supposedly. But I've heard other people say, like yourself, who stay very, very busy, it's
That's the
it's a
key.
great distraction. You don't have time to think about, oh no,
Yeah.
I can't eat for another 94 minutes or something like that.
Yep. So I have two tips for anyone that is in prep or prepping. always stay physically active. So, track your steps. The more you move, the more you're going to want to keep moving. Body in motion stays in motion. The same thing applies to your mind. Most people sit on the couch and just veg out. But me, I'm literally always working, always moving. Preps are super easy and they're super um, fulfilling because I get so much stuff done.
Wow, unusual to say the least,
Yeah.
but commendable. Yeah. So, you got this show's said and done. You have a little time before the next one. Um, do you find yourself more productive in the off season, or it sounds to me like maybe in prep you're more productive with your
Oh,
businesses?
prep for sure.
Wow.
Prep for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like I am running on high octane fuel all day long. I love it. It's like I get like that almost, you know what it's like, Ron? It's like the football season.
Mm.
Like I am running on adrenaline all day long until I need to go to bed. And I can't wait to wake up. I do have my to-do list that I make every night, and then I wake up and just knock it out, blah, 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 delete it, and I just get addicted to that, like that daily success of going to bed with everything accomplished.
Yeah. Must be a good feeling. Yeah, you sleep well. That man. So I want to go back to the sauces just for a second because I wonder, is there one or two that are like best sellers far and above everything else?
Literally, we sell out of all of them.
Wow.
Yeah, it comes down to preference. We have ones that are 0 calorie. So like the more prep friendly ones are the ones that are under 10.
Yeah.
And then we have ones that are more flexible that are in like the 20 or 30s.
Mm.
So because people like to eat things that are not always super, super duper low calorie. So a little bit more flexibility.
Yeah. Because I mean, Trader Joe's has all kinds of cool sauces, but they're not prep friendly. Let's be real. Not at
Yeah,
all.
and the thing about ours is that the serving size is very potent. So our sauces are super strong. So most like, Walden Farms, you have to use 10 servings for you to taste anything. So it packs a punch with flavor.
Yeah. So I'm just curious, has the wind really settled in yet? Because I've heard some guys, it takes like sometimes a week or two to really register. Like, oh yeah, I did do that. That did happen.
Yeah, it'll after Toronto, it'll take a couple of weeks for sure. Because I haven't even had time to digest because I come home, I had to put I have this giant roster of clients. I had to put them on hold.
Mm,
So I come back and it's all them.
yeah.
So all of them, I have to, consolidate all the orders for Flavour Gang, and it's right back to business. So I didn't have any time to even reflect and decompress things. And now I'm going right back into Toronto on Thursday. So just got to get through it, and I look forward to being better on stage.
Yeah, right on. I mean, I think it's even though you're already qualified, I think it's a great idea. Just more stage time.
Yep.
Try different things. I don't know why people do. Obviously, because a lot of times that was their goal was just qualify and they shut it down immediately. But
No, I want to compete. I want to compete, Ron. I want to get in front of the judges more. I want more feedback. I know that I'm not going to win the Olympia this year, but if I keep progressing, maybe 3 years, 5 years, whatever, the more stage time, the more chance I have to showcase my bodybuilding. That's gonna be better, more beneficial than doing less shows.
I feel like you came along with this win at a really good time and as a new pro because we're seeing a whole new era right now.
Oh
It's
yeah.
it's clear that we're starting. This is an era people are going to talk about 20, 30 years from now, the way we talk about the 90s now, because we're having this influx of amazing new talent just over
Mhm.
the past 2 years or so. So here
And
you are, you're right in the middle there too. You're one of them. So
yeah, and
yeah.
it's awesome. Like I'm a huge fan of Tonio. I
Mm,
remember seeing him turn pro at the USA's a couple of years ago, and me and him during the weigh-ins or the check-ins, we were the only ones with our shirt off, showing our legs, posing down in front of all the other bodybuilders. Like me and him love bodybuilding. We're excited for the sport, and I think the new crop of bodybuilders all have that hunger and that excitement that this industry needs. A nice little revamp, a refreshment.
Oh, I'm gonna make you make a prediction or not prediction, but a goal. Where do you want to be in say like 2 years from now? Because you've made substantial improvements. I looked at some pictures from just actually was it Foo Goob? What I call him Foo Goob put in a
Oh yeah,
one of your early competitions
that
on
was
his
the Sean
Instagram.
Ray. That was the first show.
Like, dude, yeah, you literally look like you ate that guy. It's hilarious. That's because what'd you weigh at that show?
I mean, I won the overall. I was in out of shape 191.
I mean, it looks like you put on 60 pounds since then.
Yeah. So your question was where I'd like to be, like weight wise, or what?
Compete at what level do you want to be at? Do you want to be like top five, top three Arnold, Olympia,
Yeah, I'd
two
love
years from now?
an Arnold Classic championship
Mm,
would be the top goal.
yeah, not a bad
Yeah,
title, man. Not a bad title.
yeah.
And they're paying better now too.
I know. I know. I
Yeah.
think by 35, I'm 32. I've only been bodybuilding seriously for the last like 3 or 4 years.
No,
An Arnold Classic title by 35 would be, I think it would be realistic.
you didn't start competing till what, 27, 2016 or 17?
2017, yeah, but I
2017.
fucked
Wow.
around for 3 years. In 2018, I almost turned pro. I almost turned pro three years in a row.
Yeah, I see. Looks like
Second,
second
second.
at the North American, third at the Nationals,
Mm-hmm.
and then you won. I'm missing one there that you must have come close at too.
I can't
Then you
remember.
won, and then you won the Nationals on your between
Well, I won
2020
second, but
and second. Still, yeah. I mean, where's Jonathan? I haven't seen that kid compete,
man, you know what's crazy? All the people that I've lost to, none of them have competed.
dude. I mean,
None of them.
wow, that's crazy because pro cards are not. We complain about how they're so easy. They're not that easy to come by. Not for bodybuilders, they're not. You
No.
know, we're not. They're not giving away like Junior USA and Junior Nationals for bodybuilders, guys.
Yeah.
So, man. Well, Ross, man, I appreciate. For those who don't know, we're doing this on Memorial Day, so I definitely appreciate this a little bit extra, man. You took the time out on a national holiday to
Thank
speak with
you.
me. So, congratulations, Ross. Best of luck in Toronto. It's going to be fun to watch you climb that ladder and get better and better at every show, like I know you
Yes, sir.
will.
That's all I can ask for is just to get better and better.
Yeah. So check out his websites, Flavor Gang Official. No, I'm sorry, that's the Instagram, Flavour Gang Official. The website is www.theflavorgang.com. Coaching services at coachedbygains with a z.com. And I think it's, yeah, Ross Flanigan _gains with a Z on Instagram. Give this guy a follow. Yeah, I'm just
Yes.
curious. Has your Instagram following like doubled or tripled since
You
Saturday?
know, I haven't checked. Let me pull it up. Let me see. I literally spent, I think, 5 hours yesterday and this morning.
A lot of messages you get.
Oh, I just checked. Yeah, there's like still a fuckload. Yeah, it went up, I think, about 5,000 followers.
Not too shabby. Yeah. Well, that's cool, man. It's
I
social
mean,
media is
I don't
it's
really
part of
care
the
about that.
I know, but it's part of the game now. You got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like I said, you really put a lot of faith in people with the judging because I heard a lot of people say, "Oh, they're just going to give it to Tonio or
Yeah.
Stu." I'm like, "No, I don't know." Sergio had a name going in. You really proved that the judges are doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're just judging exactly what's in front of them. Name doesn't matter. Whatever you did at the last show or last year, none of that matters.
That's a very refreshing feeling. It is.
So you helped restore some faith in the
Yeah.
collective minds of the fans, Ross Flanagan, with your win. So extra congrats for
I did
that.
it
That's
for I did it for the people, Ron.
a little bonus, man. All right, man. Thank you so much, Ross. Appreciate you doing
Thank you,
this.
sir.
And guys, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, leave us a comment if you like it or if you don't. Either way, I like the feedback. Turn into notifications, and let's wish this guy the best of luck next Sunday coming up,
Yes,
Toronto,
sir.
Canada, Toronto Super Show. That's it, man. Thanks so much, Ross. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Ron.
Hey, did you like that video? Smash that like button, subscribe to MD, and please comment down below. Thanks for watching.